Quiet, please. In exactly 15 seconds, we'll be on the air.
Welcome to the Cryptonomatron. This is the cryptocurrency world news. If this is your first time watching this television channel, please click on the subscribe button and the bell notification icon, and you will receive regular updates of new content on this channel. Thank you for subscribing.
Okay guys, you didn't think I was going to do the entire video in my penguin suit, did you? Of course not. But I would like to point out that Chainium kindly donated a t-shirt. To the channel, so thank you to those guys. Now, if you don't know about Chainium, I did an ICO review on it when they were at ICO some time ago. The link to the video is up above, and it's basically a project that's aiming to tokenize the global equity market. Now, I am a hodler, for full disclosure. I like the project, and I did like it when I reviewed it at ICO, and it's currently at a very low price at the moment, thanks to obviously the markets in general. So it's something you might want to go and have a wee sniff around and have a look at. So a little birdie told me that they might be having masternodes in the future on the Chainium project. So that's something that interests me greatly. So I will start to accumulate a little bit more, I think, to make sure I've got enough coins for the masternode, as no details have been made clear yet. So it's not confirmed, but again, it might be, if you're into masternodes, it might be something that you want to look at for the future. And given the price at the moment, it's ridiculously low. So I did an ICO review on Metacert protocol, if you recall, a few days ago. Link is up there if you've not already seen it. Now, it's an interesting project that wants to bring more security and safety to the internet, and they're also quite involved with the cryptocurrency community already, which is why I found it very interesting and I wanted to review it. Now, it went to the top of the charts in my ICO rankings in my spreadsheet. If you want to get a hold of my spreadsheet, go to my Telegram group. Again, link is in the description below. Go there and you can download the latest spreadsheet whenever it's updated. I try to get it updated at least once a week, and it's got upcoming projects on there as well. It's got a helpful chart that will allow you to keep track of your whitelisting and also bounty and affiliate campaigns as well if you do them, and I'll keep adding to the spreadsheet over time. Now, Metacert protocol have integrated with Telegram already. They also have the Cryptonite browser add-in for Chrome and Firefox, I believe, which I'm using as well. Now, if you don't know what it is, it appears in a little shield in the browser bar, and it turns green whenever you visit a legitimate website. Now, why would you want to integrate this with Twitter, I hear you ask? Well, it's a valid question, as Twitter are meant to have their own verification system for users that are personalities, influencers, people with large followings, and that means you can actually see that who you're who is making the tweets and who you're reading is actually a legitimate person. But what's been happening recently is you have scammers going onto Twitter, especially in the cryptocurrency space, and misrepresenting well-known people. They look exactly the same, just their username slightly different, and then they ask, they say they're running a giveaway, and they ask for you to send Ethereum in exchange for more Ethereum sent back, like some sort of competition. I don't know, who's been stupid enough to fall for it, but it does actually con a few people, especially newbies. So that needs to be stopped. So what Metacert have done with Cryptonite is integrated it with Twitter so that a green shield now appears beside a verified person. Now, if you want to get verified, then you can go to their Slack. I'll leave links to everything below in the description, and you can apply there. Now, they are wanting to move to a decentralized model. As I mentioned before, they are having an ICO, and the reason for this is they simply can't keep up with the demand at the moment. So by decentralizing it and giving the community more input, it will help to get everybody verified a lot quicker. So this is the Metacert protocol Twitter page, and as you can see, I have up in the right hand corner here, I have the Metacert Cryptonite installed on my Chrome browser, and it's gone green, and it says when you mouse over it, this account has been verified by Metacert, so that's pretty cool. So if you're not verified on Twitter, a little black shield will appear beside your handle. If you are a scammer, it will go grey, and if you get verified, it will turn green, the same color as the one up in the top right hand corner. So you can now buy cryptocurrency in over 400 post offices in Austria through Austria Post. The cryptocurrencies available are Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, IOTA, even Ripple, Dash, Komodo, and Bitcoin Cash, would you believe? So you can actually go into your post office, pay in cash, and receive that amount of euros that you've paid in the cryptocurrency prepaid. Pretty cool, huh? That's courtesy of Bitpanda. So Tron have launched their mainnet on 25th of June, the date they are calling Independence Day, moving away from the Ethereum ERC20 token standard. Now, they just recently acquired BitTorrent for $100 million US. Justin Sun wants to take on Ethereum, but Vitalik Buterin fired a shot across the bow saying that Tron's valuation is way in excess of its achievements. So I don't think anybody in their right mind can argue with that. However, Tron is number 10 on the cryptocurrency list by market capitalization. So they do intend to launch their virtual machine on June the 30th, so not long to wait for that. And going forward, you'll be able to build dApps on the back of the platform. It is reputed to be 400 times quicker than Ethereum, according to Justin Sun, and he refers to the latest tests done on the network. So it'll be interesting to see just how that stands up under scrutiny. So, a couple of tokens that may do 100x or may just disappear, but I think I've got a fairly good chance of big gains in the future. The first one is Neodium Network. Now, Neodium Network is an ecosystem that is going to put patents on the blockchain. They're basically going to use a global database for patents. Now, it's very undervalued at the moment. In my opinion, had an airdrop quite recently. I mentioned it in my airdrop video, but at the moment it still presents quite a little bit of a bargain in my opinion. So a little look at the token details now. The ticker is NN. It is an ERC20 Ethereum-based token. The total and circulatory supply is just a shade under 600 million. And of course, it's nowhere near getting on CoinMarketCap at the moment, but you never know. Again, this is a bit of a punt, this one, but I think it might do fairly well in the future. And the reason I say that is because I've watched its progression since I got the airdrop, since I found out about it, and since I brought it to you guys' attention. And the team have been steadily working at it. The website's been updated. They're constantly on social media, and they look very active as well. So I'm keeping my eye on this one, and I suggest you do as well. Now, the team have got a small 4.6% of the total supply as well, 27 million NN. You can buy it at the moment on Enclaves, Fork Delta, Ether Delta, and Ether C. But again, it's very, very low priced. You could probably get about $500,000 for 0.2, 0.25, quarter of an Ethereum there or thereabouts. But it's one to keep an eye on for the future. So another potential, I think, for 100x gains is data. Now, what data is a blockchain-based digital data authentication protocol. It's powered by artificial intelligence and also peer-to-peer mobile storage infrastructure as well. It's a very, very interesting project. It's got a lot of big backers as well. I won't get into too much detail on it. I might actually do a token to watch video on it because I am pretty bullish on it myself. It is backed, as you can see, by a lot of venture capital, so a lot of interest on this project, and it's currently at a very low price. We'll take a look at it in a second on CoinMarketCap, and if you look at their innovation partners, just quite incredible. The one that springs to mind is AdMob by Google as well. You know, there are a lot of big companies backing this project, and at the moment, I think it's very, very undervalued indeed. So don't let the high total supply or the high circulating supply put you off here. The market cap is still fairly low at just over 30 million US dollars. There is quite a heavy volume going through, almost $2 million a day, which indicates a lot of interest with this project. Currently though, it's under a cent. It presents quite good value, around 106 Satoshi in my opinion, to get involved here. Now, what has it done since it actually came onto the scene earlier this year? Well, not a lot really. It had a little bit of a spike in January along with everything else, but it's really meandered along here, as you can see, getting to the heady total of about 2 and a bit cents earlier on, back in April and May. So there's still a lot of potential here in my opinion, and as I said, I'll try and do a whole video on it in the future to explain a little bit about the project itself. But as you can see, you know, a lot of venture capitalists, a lot of important partners. This is definitely another one you want to be keeping an eye on. So my other possible 100x gainer, I mentioned it at the start of the show. I'm wearing the t-shirt, and the reason is I think that it's way, way undervalued at the moment. way undervalued. Its market cap is tiddly at 1.45 million US dollars. Circulating supply is very low, so that will probably be a bit volatile, especially at this low price of 2.5 cents, 402 Satoshi at the moment. This is an absolute bargain. Now, if you want to know more about it, again, go and watch the video that I did on it. I mentioned it earlier, but it really is a promising project at this price. How can you afford not to take a gamble on this, in my opinion? Now, I'm already holding this. I am a big believer in tokenized equity in the future, and it's quite a good time to get into this at the moment because it's relatively illiquid. Now, what I mean by this is it's only on a couple of exchanges, I think Bancor Network, IDEX, and one or two others. Hit BTC, it might even be on as well. So it presents itself as quite an illiquid opportunity with the very low volume of just over 10 Ethereum going through it every 24 hours. And what I mean by this, it's a time to get it before people pick up on it and it starts to trade a lot bigger. And if it does pick up a lot of volume, then you can expect this price to increase exponentially. Now, why do I think it's 100 times gainer? Well, of course, I do actually believe in the project and what it's trying to do. The team is very active on social media, marketing. They've got new videos coming out all the time. Again, that indicates to me they're working very hard behind the scenes. But also, you know, this could easily go from 1.4 million market cap up to 140 million. Not a problem whatsoever. This is a serious project that's got a lot of potential. Again, another one to keep an eye on. And in future, I may actually do another video on this because, you know, it's the ICO videos are all well and good to explain when people are wanting to invest in an initial coin offering, but actually buying or picking it up further down the line, I think it needs a little bit more explanation and perhaps a little catch up on what they've been doing as well behind the scenes.
Thank you for watching our television program. If you enjoyed this television program, please click like button to show your appreciation, and thank you and good night and God bless.